Hello and welcome to another episode of Issues from the Heart. I am Joel Martin, your host for today, and this is the lovely, talented Angel Harrison.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. So glad that you can make it today.
Thank you.
So, let's jump right in.
Okay.
Tell us about your journey.
Okay. So in 2019, I graduated from Reedsville High
Okay.
and I went into college, UNC Charlotte. So right after that, my first semester of freshman year, COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got sent back home. And at the time, it's like everybody else, we have all this new time and we're at the
Right.
house. So I was really upset. I didn't know if I would get the opportunity to even finish my degree because there was a lot of unknown things in the air at that time. So
right.
I just decided to really focus on what I'm passionate about. And I've always wanted to do something in business. So with that new time, I said, okay, why not just go for it? So that is really how Pretty and Poppin started.
Really?
Yeah.
So, your passion, business, was also your passion. Let me back up, I guess. So usually when you have when you think about a business, to me, I always try to figure out like, well, what can I do? I don't know, but I guess in your case was the the makeup industry or things of that nature. Was that something that was a passion of yours? Also, is that something you always loved to do or had a passion for as well?
I always loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sneaking in the bathroom, stealing my mom's stuff, trying it on when I was little. Or I always had like women figures in my life when they got up, a part of their day was putting on lipstick, putting on some form of makeup. So it was natural to me to want to do that. And I love lip gloss. I always have.
Gotcha.
It's been my thing forever.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's awesome. Okay. So, your company, your name, Pretty in Poppin, LLC. I'm really feeling the name, first and foremost. Let's just go there. Pretty and Poppin. Pretty and Poppin. So, what made you think of that name?
Okay, I'm a 2000s baby.
Okay.
And it's this song about your lip gloss being popping.
I knew it. Soon as I heard the name, I was like, my lip gloss is popping.
My lip gloss is cool.
Yeah, okay.
So popping in itself came from that and me growing up on that.
That's dope.
But Pretty and Poppin', I was just thinking about how I want people to feel. I always want women or any of my customers to feel beautiful. So Pretty was automatic. And then Poppin' it just flows.
It just
so
pops.
I said Pretty and Poppin'.
Oh, I feel you. Okay. Very good. Very good. So what made you want to start? What was it? Was starting with handmade glosses, or should I say homemade glosses? Was that what you started off with, or you have other things that you started off with when you first started with the organization, your business?
That is what I started off with.
Okay. What made you want to get into just starting off with the lip gloss? Was that something easy to get into as well, or?
So I initially started doing research for everything in May. I launched in June. So it did take a lot of research, but I can, go back and think about me wearing lip gloss at like 4. My mom used to buy me the lip smackers.
Okay.
That's what they were called. And I had been wearing that for years. So it didn't feel like something that I had to think too much about in terms of the lip gloss itself. So it just I just did what felt natural. I love makeup, but on a day-to-day, I'm not always wearing a full face of makeup. But lip gloss, that's an everyday thing.
It's a must.
It's a must. So that felt like my most authentic self, so I just leaned into that. Now, as far as doing it handmade instead of just getting it manufactured somewhere, I like being in full control. I like knowing exactly what's in it. So if someone asks me, I can be fully honest and transparent about it. And I think for customers, there's comfort in knowing okay, this is not from somewhere else.
Right.
The person that's selling it to me is also the person that created it.
And it brings even more value to your product, right? I feel that. Awesome. So, okay, just going into the lip gloss because your lip gloss is popping. Okay, so like, how long does that stay on for? Is it like one, like it's, um, most of them I've seen where my daughters use, and maybe like within 2 hours they probably need to put more on type thing. Is that yours? That you have a series, or the way you process yours that allows it to stay on longer, or how does that work?
It definitely stays on longer than 2 hours. So when I formulated everything, that was something that I was trying to keep in mind. I have always hated when you put lip gloss on and like 15 minutes later it's gone. So I wanted to make sure it was thick enough to stay on for longer periods of time, but not thick to the point where it's uncomfortable or you're thinking about it or the wind blows and lip gloss sticks to your, your hair sticks to your lip. That's not fun.
Yeah, that's, I can see that being that's a little tacky. But yeah, I feel you on that. Okay, so let me ask you. So with you launching your new business, um, which one I have to say is very impressive. The fact that you within a month then you started just creating. That's like crazy and amazing to my eyes. That you had um, the gumption, if I could just use that word, to just get out there and just do something, and just be successful in that as well. So, but I do want to ask you, what are some of the challenges that you faced in launching during that time? I know we had COVID that kicked in, as you mentioned. You was in school. I think you said 2019.
2019.
In college, and with COVID hitting, can you talk a little bit more about that and the challenges with the new business and all too that you had to face?
Yeah, so the challenge once I got back from school was like, okay, if I can never go back and finish my degree, what can I do? Um, I really had no clue. But like I said, I just leaned into what was authentic to me, and it kind of just worked out from there. As far as other challenges, most people, when they start a business, the biggest thing is funding.
Oh yeah, right.
Thank God I have parents that taught me how to save early and set me up for that.
Oh,
like
so
already
important.
having a bank account and savings and stuff. So I just use that. I was always working with my dad over the summers anyway. He does electrical work. I made extra money from that. Saved
Wait a
up.
minute. Wait a minute. So you know how to do electrical work too? Jack of all trades. Come on now. We can put you on a. That's awesome. That's dope. Okay, I'm sorry. Go.
You're fine. I saved up my money and I used it to put into my business. So the challenge with that is like, okay, am I gonna make it back? So I guess the fear behind that was definitely a challenge. And during COVID too, I can say when I first launched, it was like a wave of supporting Black business owners, and everybody was doing it while we were at the house. But once COVID kind of eased up, people kind of stopped supporting Black businesses the same way that they initially did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of the businesses I was inspired by had closed down because essentially they couldn't keep going. So I guess after everything slowing down due to COVID, just figuring out how I could pivot and what ways I could market my business to keep everything flowing and also not overspending money too and using resources.
Wow, wow. Can I ask this question here? For those out in the world trying to do what Angel has done and what and Curly is doing, what are some of the, I don't want to say pros and cons, um, but what are some of the life lessons? How does that sound? Life lessons that that you obtained in this business world that you can share with your with the viewers. Like what are some of the things, the lessons that you've learned and how to overcome. Of course, you mentioned also about finances and whatnot too. But even just as an entrepreneur, what would you say? How can one find strength to keep pushing as well, I guess?
Well, my strength comes from God. So I felt like at 19, He put it in my spirit to do. And honestly, like I'm hesitant about a lot of things that I do in life. But when God tells me something, I move. So just always keeping that at the center. I have a great support system. So they definitely encourage me to keep going. But as far as life lessons, it's a ton. It's a ton for sure. One of them being is to not be so impulsive.
That's good.
Yeah, for sure. That was a huge one because every time I had an idea, I would act on it instead of letting it sit for a little bit. And that also goes back to finances. I was overspending because I thought the only way to keep people's attention is to constantly be doing something new. So that was definitely a big life lesson. I've also learned as a business owner that I am a huge part of my business. So if I am not mentally well, if I'm not doing the things that I need to do to take care of myself, I can't show up in the best way as an owner.
So, that's really good.
Yeah, those are two of them. I think for sure.
Self-help and having a strong inner circle also is a very good important. Very good. I love it. I love it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more issues from the heart.
Friday, June 26th from 1 to 5 p.m., Reedsville Market Square is the place to be. We will host our first annual Henley Home Care Health and Wellness Fair. Contact your coordinator, Katrina Harrison, 336-394-3942 to secure your vendor space. We look forward to seeing you.
And we're back. We are in a segment here where I'm super excited about. Now we're going to go into the products. Can you tell us a little bit more about them? What we got?
Yeah. So I primarily do lip gloss. That's what I'm known for.
Okay.
Right now, I like to call them the two OGs.
Okay.
Because it's been around since I first started. So those two would be Icy, which is my clear gloss, and Sugar, which is a brown gloss with a little bit of shimmer in it. But all of them, regardless of the shade, they have the same ingredients.
Okay.
So the main thing I use is a vegan gloss base. That just means that it's not used on animals or anything like that. And I really prioritize using a lot of natural or organic things in my products. So I use coconut oil, castor oil, and grapeseed oil. Those are 3 oils that's in there. I also put a scent in there as well, which I am adjusting. So now all of them will have a signature scent instead of each one having its own. I think that's just more universal. It's better for people that maybe are sensitive to a lot of different smells.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So that's what I do for that. Another ingredient that I will be adding for the restock is glycerin. So to kind of just give you a rundown of the ingredients, basically the mixture of those oils will really help with intense moisture and hydration. There's vitamins in there that will help heal your lips. If you have dry or cracked skin, those things really help with that. So not only is it aesthetically pleasing to look at, it's actually healing the skin on your lips.
Oh, that's so.
Lips is still skin.
Yeah. You know, there's a saying, black don't crack, but them lips can get a little them lips, Lord have mercy, help, Lord. But hey, we thank God we got you here. Yeah. So can I pull up a few of them? I think we have a few of them here. This one is
lip gloss. Yes, that is the clear lip gloss.
Icy, right?
Icy.
Okay.
And it's actually what I'm wearing today.
Okay, that was my next question. What you have on now?
Yeah. Cool. Always have to represent.
Hey, indeed. And what do we have on this other one here?
So these are just lip liners.
Okay.
They are not P&P as of yet. Okay. But they are two of my favorite lip liners from Sephora. A good thing with lip gloss is that you can instantly change the look simply by changing the lip liner color. So this one that you have is the one I'm wearing today. I use it for like a softer look. The darker brown would be for a more bold look. But either way, it just shows the versatility of lip gloss. You don't have to just wear it by itself, or if you want to wear it by itself, you can do what you want.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. I got questions like, So how do you apply it?
So,
sorry.
When you take the cap off, it has a tip. It's literally like a pencil. You can sharpen it. All you have to do is apply it on the outside of your lips. So where you see the natural lip line of the shape of your lips is where you would apply that. And then you just put a gloss on top of it.
Okay, so you do the liner first and then you do the gloss. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's for all those who just scared to ask the question and you wanted to know because you just didn't know. All right, so now you know.
And then I can tell you about my body butter.
Okay, so that's what I was going to, for a moment, I was like, this is what I really want to get into because, we need some, men need to represent. Okay, so you got a little something for the men. Hey. And what is this one called again?
So it's my whipped body butter. This one in particular is called Soft Life. It's my favorite because it is actually a vanilla scent. And I love vanilla.
I'm going to go ahead and open up. Can I get it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sure I got a little ash somewhere. Yeah, it does smell good.
And you don't need much.
And that's my other question. Do you have to use a lot? You guys got to check them elbows, y'all. Got to check them elbows. Oh, and it does really go on smooth, too.
Don't be scared. You can dip it out.
Okay. She just said, don't be scared, y'all.
Don't be scared.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what's in that?
Oh, yeah. And
you gotta get the crevices.
Gotta get the crevices, though.
Yeah. So that is formulated with pure shea butter and pure cocoa butter. So I have a vendor that actually sources those from Africa. Go ahead.
Okay.
So it's the good stuff. It also has vitamin E oil, jojoba oil, and coconut oil in that as well.
Okay.
So basically, again, that's just going to keep you really moisturized. Gives you a nice shine.
Hey.
Like I said, you don't need much. It spreads really well.
Yeah.
It'll keep you good and moisturized and hydrated all day. The scent also lasts really well, and it layers great with fragrances. So I have a couple options. One being unscented, because some people really do have very sensitive skin. They can't handle fragrances. So that's the universal one for everybody. Soft Life, again, is the vanilla scented one, which I personally like because I feel like it layers with anything. Whether you want to do a sweet fragrance, a fruity fragrance, even clean fragrances, it goes with all of those.
Gotcha.
Quiet luxury is just that. It's quiet luxury. I feel like it speaks for itself. When you enter the room, you smell it. Every time I get ready with my body butter, the entire room smells like it. And it lasts for hours throughout the day.
And even with this one here, when I took a whiff, and even now, you said this one's more of a vanilla, but I smell a little bit of cocoa. And it's probably what the cocoa butter.
Yep, it's pure. So that's the natural smell that the butter comes in itself.
Wow. Y'all, this feels good. Gotta get you some. So, speaking of, how can people get or order your products?
So I have a website. It's prettyandpoppinllc.com. That's where I do the bulk of everything. But as of last year, I started doing pop-up shops. So you can catch me in person when I have those. I do promote it on my social media, which is also Pretty and Poppin LLC. That's where I put updates when I will be doing pop-up shops, and I also send out emails about those as well. You can subscribe on the website to the email list.
Gotcha. When you say they're on your social media, is it on all platforms? Same Pretty Pretty and Pink
Pretty and
LLC.
Poppin,
Pretty and
LLC.
Poppin.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, get it together. Okay, Pretty and Poppin LLC. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, fantastic. Now with the body butters, were there some others that you're planning on coming out with, or is that the main focus that you have so far?
So the 3 that I have is what I would like to just keep for now. I launched in October of last year, so I'm still kind of collecting data to see like what
Right.
things sell the most. I already have a plan for other scents in mind, but I'm trying to just kind of gauge what customers will want before I, settle on
That's
anything for
good.
sure.
Yeah, that's very good. Very good information. Thank you so much for sharing that. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, listen to some of our sponsors, and we'll be back with more issues from the heart.
Contact Jerome Taylor aka DJ Energizer at 704-287-2628. Visit www.thedjenergizer.com.
And we're back with Issues from the Heart. I'm Joel Martin, your host, along with Miss Angel Harrison. So, earlier we mentioned that you have, aside from your products, your lip gloss and your body butter, which we all love, and we're definitely going to be subscribers and making some purchases very soon. But you also have some other products in dealing with self care.
Mhm.
And can you expand on that for me?
Sure. So I think after COVID, I ended up going back to school. But I really wanted to figure out how I could put more purpose in my brand. So mental health was something I instantly thought of. I remember having my first anxiety attack when I was 6,
Mm.
and I had been dealing with it silently ever since over the years, but it just progressively got worse. So I really wanted to share my experience with that because I know COVID in itself made a lot of people have mental health issues, just being isolated, not being able to do your day-to-day things, your regular routine, or just the fear of it all, of not knowing what would happen next. And then people that got sick
Mm-hmm.
and had to try to recover from that. So it was very important to me to add mental health into the conversation. So what I did was create a blog. It's called Her Story. It stands for Healing and Embracing Radiance, which is what I am trying to do myself. So it's really just all about me sharing my life story, my life lessons, and everything is from my perspective to hopefully help someone else, help start conversations, and to help people feel less alone. And some other things that I've been doing for mental health. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I do a sale every year, and a portion of the revenue goes to a mental health organization.
That's beautiful.
So the first year I gave back to my school. That was really personal to me because I'm not sure if every college does that, but they offered counseling sessions on campus, and that was my first experience with going to therapy. So it was really important for me to give back there first.
Wow.
And then I have picked other mental health organizations. So this year will be the 4th year doing that. And aside from that, I do have mental health resources on my website, prettyandpoppinllc.com. So if anybody doesn't want to engage in a blog or maybe reach out to me personally, they have a place where they could find a counselor, they can find hotlines, they can find suggestions for activities and things that they could do to help with their mental health. Mm-hmm. And tying in with that, I created a workbook, a method I use to help me deal with my anxiety and some other mental health issues was journaling. So I made my own journal, and that is what the workbook is all about. It's actually based off of the blogs, the chapters. Mm-hmm. So you can easily go back and read the blogs and tie it to the activity that you're doing. And yeah, journaling was a bit daunting for me at first, for the simple fact is just you and your thoughts, but actually being exposed to a workbook that would give you prompts and activities and quotes and things like that to kind of guide your thinking, that was a game changer for me. So that's what that ebook is for.
Wow, that's beautiful. You know, I don't I don't think we, especially as African Americans, Black people, and especially not taking away from women, but as like men, we don't. I don't believe that we may have the space, or we don't think we have the space to allow our emotions, what we deal with on a daily basis. Uh, what's the word I want to say? I think we suppress it a lot. Mm-hmm. And because we suppress it so much, it just continues throughout the years to compress. We don't share enough with our loved ones, our spouse, because I don't know. Maybe it's a fear of. I think for me, it's a fear of how you may see me. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe it's a weakness type thing. We may think that we're weak, but how much stronger can we be if we can embrace our weakness?
Right.
You know, and I think that's powerful. The fact that you were able to overcome all of that, and you know, and I'm sure that it's um a challenge, or maybe at one point it was a daily challenge that you were learning to overcome. Mm-hmm. You know, and especially with, you mentioned sitting with your thoughts, and you know, and making the conscious decision to write down your thoughts. And uh I don't know if I could do that. You know, because um it sounds so challenging.
I mean, honestly, life is challenging.
You're right. You're so true.
What I have found out most is about self-care, and to really just get yourself out of mental ruts is rewiring your brain and rewiring your old ways of thinking. So just like you saying, I don't think I can do that, that's your brain's natural response. But all you have to do is work on undoing it.
Undoing it.
And that's what gets you to the point of healing.
That's so good. That's so good. In other words, I can do it.
You can do it.
I can do it. And I love how you just said it. You can do it.
You can do it.
You know, make it easy. It's that simple.
It's in the Bible too.
Come on now.
You can do everything through Christ.
You're so true.
And like I said, that's my center. Mm-hmm. So I think too, we have like a lot of buzzwords around mental health and self-care, which is great, but I just want to make it clear that I can do nothing without God. So he is the one that brought me out of this and gives me the strength and the tools to figure out how to navigate things on a day-to-day.
That's great.
I'm not different from nobody else.
That's fantastic. You know, you mentioned earlier about, you spoke a little bit about confidence, and it made me think back on my two daughters, 11 and 16, and just think back when they were younger, and I feel, I think back a lot on confidence and self-confidence in yourself, and how I want them to feel confident about themselves, and the skin that they're in, and you know, not being concerned about what others thinking and whatnot. Be genuinely yourself. And with that confidence that they build, I was thinking about that, and I was hoping can you expand on that as far as the confidence that your product builds?
Mm-hmm. I would first have to start by talking about my confidence. Growing up, I was never confident. I
I
can't
could never. I would never thought it.
really.
No.
I was never confident. I have a very vivid memory. My parents got me an iPad, and it's a note section in it. And I was just talking about how much I disliked myself.
Oh.
And I remember my mom found it. I have no clue what the conversation was at this point. But that just goes to say confidence was one of the biggest things that I struggled with growing up. And it's honestly still something that I'm navigating now. And when I was younger, I would always wonder, okay, that person seems confident. What is it about them, or why don't I have it? But what I've learned is that confidence is a practice, it's a daily habit. Most people that seem confident are practicing daily to show up as that. None of us are perfect. All of us have flaws.
That's
Even
so
the
true.
people you look up to the most, they're dealing with something that could interfere with their confidence. And some things, as far as confidence, is you might be confident in one area, but in another, you're not. So I have had to learn to push myself out of my comfort zone and try new things. That's the only way you can build trust within yourself, is to constantly do it over and over. So for my brand, it is a physical product that you put on, but I want it to be a part of your daily routine. So for me, even on the inside, if I do not feel my best that day, I can put on my lip gloss and I can do my routine with my body butter, and it instantly gives me a boost. It helps me show up as the person I want to be, not how I'm currently feeling. Because if you go off of how you feel, you will be stuck. You have to move outside of that. So, again, for my brand, I just want people to feel like they have something that can be a part of their routines. But also, growing up, seeing beauty brands, I was too dark for a lot of stuff. And I'm not, I'm not dark.
I think you
But
got me beat. You know, we kind of close, but
in the beauty space, it wasn't a
yeah.
lot of diversity. So now, as an adult, there have been brands that expand more for all shades, but it wasn't always like that. So
That's
for
true.
my brand, I wanted to make sure that everything I put out, anybody could wear it. And I think that automatically gives you confidence when you see yourself and other people, when you have that representation.
That's very good. That's very good. Wow. So with that said, just thinking about everything that we talked about, confidence, the self-help, and you know, the self-help and encouraging oneself, and then also beautifying yourself. I just hope that today's episode will be something for all of our listeners, a blessing, something that they can glean off on, something that was said today, especially with all the words that you've mentioned today. I hope that it will be something that will help you to make a change in your life. Um, Say to yourself, I am worthy. You know, I am loved. I am. I am. This is Issues from the Heart. Joel Martin, Angel Harrison. We'll see you again.